That's one thing.
Well, as for the favorites, according to FanDuel, it seems in Vegas they expect a rematch between the Chiefs and the Niners. As you can see there, the Ravens are laying low at plus 950, while the Lions, the Bengals, and the Bills, they all slot in at plus 1,300. And now we are going to go to our expert, Joshua, at the touchscreen, and he's going to tell us about the top 5 storylines for the 2024 season. Joshua, take it away.
It's never too early. It's never too early to start talking storylines. Let's get right into it. I mentioned there was a little sprinkle of defense up there on that graphic. I'm curious about the defensive rookies for this year. One of the big talking points coming out of the NFL draft was that the top 14 picks were all on offense. It took 15 with the Colts to take Liatu Latu before you got a defensive pick there. A couple more picks on defense right after that. But I'm curious, will there be a team who is in that top 14 there? I know people have talked about the Falcons that after year one have instant regret about not taking a rookie defender earlier in the draft. Okay, let's get to number 4 here. And it's going to be the rookies again, but this time it's the quarterbacks. We know about Caleb Williams, generational talent, taking number 1 overall. Jaden Daniels, haven't heard a ton about him throughout OTAs, and that might not be a bad thing. You got Drake May, a question about how ready he's going to be, and then the next group of quarterbacks, of course, Michael Penix Jr., J.J. McCarthy, and Bo Nix. What are these guys going to look like? Who plays early, who doesn't, and who looks good? Who can rise to the occasion? A lot of teams investing a ton in these guys, betting their futures on the young players. Okay, number 3, can the Eagles rebound? Now, people are asking, what do you mean rebound? They went 11-6. Yeah, but they lost 5 of their last 6 games. They lost in wild card weekend to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Oh, by the way, Jalen Hurts, he didn't look like himself. He doubled up his interceptions from the year before, put the ball on the ground in terms of fumbles. He was a little bit banged up, and Jason Kelsey ain't in the building anymore. Had to do some retooling on their defense as well. And so I'm curious, did all of that work help a team in the Eagles that had a good record, certainly a good season on the surface, finished second in their division, but fell way short of expectations and sputtered out toward the end of the year? Number 2 here, Aaron Rodgers, Joe Burrow. What's the expectation? What do they look like? We got to see a good 4 plays of Aaron Rodgers last year before that man was hurt. And it's really unfortunate we didn't get to see more of him. Well, now we're going to get as much as we can handle because they're going to be on national TV, it seems like, every single week. It's New York. It's Aaron Rodgers. Can he create that magic? They are in a window. They paid that man a lot of money. I think they have to win a championship. And then again for Joe Burrow, he got paid a ton of money as well. And we've seen him when he's healthy at his best, he can lead a team to a Super Bowl appearance. But will he stay healthy? He's been banged up a lot in his career. 2 quarterbacks I've got my eye on. But number 1, it is the NFC North. For me, I think this is going to be one of the best divisions in the NFL. You got the Chicago Bears. They drafted 1st overall. They shouldn't have been at 1st overall. They had to make a trade to get to that pick there. Can Caleb Williams put them over the top? I think they got to be in the playoffs this year, or else they messed it up. I'm looking at Detroit. They said last year might have been their greatest chance. Of course, it's because they blew a lead in the playoffs there. But is that a team that can push once again? We saw what Green Bay did with Jordan Love. He was a surprise to many people. I think he looks good there. Can he repeat that? And of course, J.J. McCarthy, a rookie quarterback who's stepping into maybe the best situation out of any of the other rookies. For me, I'm looking at that division to make a lot of noise, but I want to know what you all think. What do you think about that top 5 there for the storylines?
I'm going to stick with the theme of the NFC North and got to talk about Caleb Williams. I mean, how much pressure is this young athlete under, the 1st overall pick in the NFL? Pressure, yes, but expectations on and off the field. How is he going to have that transformation from playing at USC to the NFL? There's a vast difference there, and sometimes we see those quarterbacks that were studs in college sometimes having a difficult time when it comes to the pros. So how can Caleb Williams do under center and alongside Keenan Allen, Rome Odunze, DJ Moore, DeAndre Swift? This is going to be a big year for him and a big year for the Chicago Bears. They are really setting their eyes on Caleb Williams as their franchise quarterback. I mean, we have been talking about Caleb Williams for oh so long now. So I know you're talking about 100 days until the NFL. So I am looking forward to see how Caleb Williams can produce on the field, and is he everything that we are expecting?
I don't think he gets a learning curve, and it's really unfair because he is a rookie and he deserves one. But the way the Bears made a decision essentially a couple of years ago when they said last year they're not going to take C.J. Stroud or Bryce Young, that they were going to make a trade there. It seemed to me that they had a decision on who they wanted their quarterback to be. They let Justin Fields go for a bag of chips. It seems like they made a decision on who they wanted their quarterback to be. It's a team that won 7 games a year ago. It's a team whose defense played really well down the stretch. I think he's got everything around him. They put more weapons than Justin Fields had there. They got to be in the playoffs. They got to make a little noise for me this year.
Yeah, definitely. Well, Alyssa, you talk about a quarterback. I'll talk about a running back. For me, living in Nashville, Tennessee, of course, everybody's really curious about the Titans. It's been really interesting to see how the organization has made that shift without having Derrick Henry. I mean, shoot, he has been the face of the Tennessee Titans for so long, and I think everybody's certainly going to miss him. It's going to be weird to not see him in a Titans jersey. But also the other side of it is now they have Tony Pollard. Tony Pollard is from Memphis. He went to the University of Memphis, so I think he's going to be really happy, really comfortable there, but is he going to be able to step up and provide the offense that Derrick Henry did? Obviously, we're talking about 2 completely different running backs, but I'll be interested to see the success of the Titans without Derrick Henry. JP, what do you think?
Well, I think there are a lot of changes there. Derrick Henry, first off, one of the best players I ever played against. Right. I played against him in college. Dude was phenomenal. So certainly big shoes to fill there in Nashville, but you've got Will Levis, who's going to be the full-time starter at quarterback, so that's a change. And they're without Mike Vrabel anymore. And so they got a lot going on there. I think everybody's going to be figuring out how they work together through the early parts of the season. But I think for Will Levis, having the ability to not have to play a ton as a rookie probably helps him out. I think Tony Pollard is a good running back. So this offense, I think there is some intrigue to it.
And a new head coach as well.
Exactly, yeah. Something you've got to get used to. I loved Vrabel. I mean, my Buckeye roots. Yes. I loved him. I was sad to see him go. He's such a good guy. But, yeah, it'll be interesting this year. I think everybody in Nashville is really anxious to see what the Titans can do.
Well, speaking of Buckeye roots, Alyssa, you got your scarlet and gray on today.
Yeah,
so
you
it
do.
looks like you're supporting the home team.
You know what?
Yeah.
Just for you guys.
No,
I
was wondering.
Intrusive thoughts over there. This is for the Buckeyes.
All right. Well, I'll get you my last storyline here. So if you remember back to the beginning of last season, Kansas City Chiefs are playing the Detroit Lions, and Chris Jones was in the building sitting in a luxury box. He was not on the sidelines there because they hadn't figured out a contract situation. He and Kansas City had not agreed to a new deal. He said, I'm not showing up there. And they ended up losing that game. And I think it was part of the reason why they ended up figuring out what they were going to do with this contract. We've got some big-time players out here that are having contract disputes right now. You've got Justin Jefferson for the Vikings. What happens with that? He's the best wide receiver in football right now. Will he be playing week 1? Brandon Ayuk, there was talk about potential trade. He's not happy with his contract. What do they do with that? You've got T. Higgins there on the franchise tag for the Bengals. How is he going to be situated? And, of course, C.D. Lamb with the Dallas Cowboys, and they're the most interesting one to me. C.D. Lamb certainly deserves to get paid. You know who else deserves to get paid? Micah Parsons. You know who else is looking out for a new contract right now? Their quarterback, Dak Prescott. What the hell are the Cowboys going to do about all those guys they have to pay? So you could see some of these contract disputes drag out into training camp, potentially into the beginning of the year, and I think these teams will be up against it if that does happen.
Yeah, you brought up a lot of young stars that will be looking to get paid.
Yeah. Well,
before that week 1 rolls around.
How it shakes out. For sure, C.D. Lamb, the biggest name on that. I can't wait to see what the Cowboys are going to do. America's team, man.
Yeah.
Where's the money? Show me the money.
Jerry Jones is trying to come up with it right now.
We got Rhonda supporting Joshua here, saying, love Josh supporting the Lululemon.
Hey, thank you.
Joshua, he's like, look good, feel good, play good. I feel like your expertise 100%. On that. He must have been shopping recently because his clothes have been on point this week.
Wow.
So look at you. For Joshua.
Nice. Thank you very much. Wow.
Little fashionista over here.
Yeah, I already complimented Lindsay because she brought the Southern charm here.
Yes.
No, thank you.
I mean,
scarlet and gray.
And we told you, we love your outfit. So here we go.
We like to look good here. I think Caleb has what it takes, but the NFL can be so harsh.
It's
Ain't
tough.
that the truth?
And especially for rookie quarterbacks, it'll eat you up if you're not ready to go.